Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mixed Mowers and Mower Man. Hope you're doing well. In this little episode I'm going to be showing you a nice little workaround hack, not that I thought of, but actually was told to me via one of my SHIHL dealers, and that is with reference to the BG56C and other similar blowers and strimmers with the Easy Start pull cord mechanism. The Easy Start pull cord mechanism is designed so you don't have to pull the machine quite so hard and it starts easier. That's the theory. However, of late I've been having lots of issues with repairing these Easy Starts, and the spring in particular on the Easy Start recoil system is the one that fails, and it continues to fail and fail and fail, mainly because people are drop starting these machines and pulling them like they think it's the older style two-stroke when you have a lot of compression there. So I have a BG56C actually on the bench at the moment. And I rang up the bloke because there is a small conversion you can do to swap it back over to a normal recoil assembly, doing away with the Easy Start mechanism, therefore making it not so easy to start, but not so easy to break. If this is the first time you're watching Mixed Mowers, hit your subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all, that way you'll be told one, done a video, or two on my Saturday night weekly live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty, and let's fix this BG56C Easy Start recoil, and send it back to a not so easy start, so it doesn't break quite so often as what it did do before. Okay, so here's the recoil system itself. As you can see, this has already come to me in a failed state. There is only 3 screws that hold this onto the machine. Undo those, they're the T27 bits. Once that comes apart, this, as I say, come in a failed state. This part here, this dog was already just loose in there. You've got a little tiny washer that goes on the centre. That was loose on the flywheel, and then you've got this little tiny circlip just here as well, which clips over the top. Okay, so it was in a failed state, and the pull cord itself was already well and truly on its way and damaged. Okay, so inside this mechanism, you've got 2 springs. You've got one which is the Easy Start spring, which is the first spring I'm going to remove. And as you can see, it's not coiled up as it should be. This should be true like this, okay, all the way around. And as you can see, this is all mangled up, okay, and done-skied. So that's no good. Let's grab that little dog out of the way, because I want to keep hold of that. Don't want to lose that. I've already lost it. We're going to remove this centre collar. Okay, there's my dog. Lovely. So all we're going to do is, that's where the Easy Spring goes, inside there. And it sits with that little tiny leg of the spring in that groove, just like so. And as you can see, all that then happens is that then sits up onto there, squishes down. But as you can see, it won't go in, okay, because it's already in a failed state. I just literally cannot get that to sit at all. It won't go. So I was having a chat with my local fella down at DM Chainsaws in Wolverton, which is my local SHIHL dealer. And he said, did you know you can get a little conversion kit for that? I was like, no, I didn't know that. He said, yeah, you can. So what you can now get is, we now do away with, we take the dogs out because we want to keep the dogs. You now do away with this piece, okay, doing away with this Easy Coil spring. That can go for a Burton. We don't need it no more. And you now purchase this piece, which is exactly the same as that piece. Okay. So now all we're going to do is we're going to fit the dogs into place. One there, and one there. And all you then do is you find your little tiny gap at the bottom, and find the end of your spring, which is just located here. That then sits all the way down. Lovely job. You then want your little tiny washer, which goes onto there. Plop. And then you want your little tiny circlip, which I've lost. Where's my circlip gone? There it is. Your little tiny circlip, which is a bit of a fiddle to fit, okay? But all you want to do is line it up so that your dogs are perpendicular like that. That's how it sits. And literally just push it down into place, and bring that little tiny leg over so that it sits with inside the lip of this orange main shaft. So sit it down, get it roughly into place like so. Yep. Get it roughly into place. Go that way with it. They are a bit fiddly to fit. Okay, but it's just the way they're designed. That's better. Right, now you've got hold of it, hold it down. You can now push that little tiny clip over into place. There it goes, snap. Okay, all I've now done literally is I put the springs on, and that's the orientation you're looking at of the springs. Okay, if it goes the other way, then these dogs will tip out. So make sure that the clip goes on this way in that orientation, so the machine is round the right way up, and that's the orientation of a clip you're looking at. Next thing to do is put a piece of pull cord. I've gone for 3mm straight down through this hole, feed it out through, and then all you want to do is grab hold of the centre of this pull cord assembly, and then slowly but surely keep hold of a whole lot, keep the bit in the middle still, see what I'm saying, still, and then just rotate this one round until you feel the tension on that spring is just enough, which is there. You can actually feel it. Okay, once you have it, just literally back off slightly, hold that centerpiece down, do not let go of it. If you let go of it, you're in for a little surprise. Push this cord all the way through without getting any knots, like so. Once that's gone through, you can then very, very gently hold the pull cord at the same time. Just slowly allow that cord to go back into place. Should be about there. You don't want too much rope off this because it'll come off the pulley. Okay, so you want to go back a bit to about there. Now just pull the pull cord out, and you've got roughly 1.5 foot, which is more than enough. So I'm going to go a little bit slacker there. About there is where I'm going to go. I can then turn the machine over, keep hold of that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little tiny knot in there, and that is just for my own reference, so I know roughly how much pull cord to have out. If you have too much pull cord on the spool, it will come off the pulley. Okay, grab your old pull cord handle, take that knot out, get rid of that, run your new one down through, all the way down to there, and then tie your knot. You want to put 2 knots in there, but before you pull that really, really tight, you want to make sure you don't have a limp starter. And a way to test that is by bending the starter down, and if it pops back up into place, then you're fine. So that's good. We're happy. Okay, pull that nice and tight, and then snip that off with my snips. Get a lighter, quick burn, and pull it out and give it a good pull. And now, as you can see, nice solid pull cord handle, and also we can now see that the dogs are retracting as they should do. If you put it the other way, they won't do it. Okay, and also you can see here there's not too much rope on this starter pulley. If you have too much on there, then that rope will go double wind around the pulley. So now we've got a good 1.5 foot, 2 foot of pull cord there. So now all that's left to do is to fit it to the machine. Right. So with that little conversion done, I've already put a new spark plug in this machine. It came in because it was a bit of a swine to start, and also the pull cord mechanism wasn't doing its business, so that's why it came in. Let's put that HT lead boot on for now. That's it. And we can now fit this recoil assembly on. Goes. And then we've got 3 screws to put into place. Just slowly wind them up for now, and I'll give you the part number to this attach of this conversion very shortly. I've got it written down, so just hang on tight. I'll get you a part number for that, so you can get the right one. And the part was only, I think, about £6 including the VAT. So obviously you'll have to put delivery on it if you're getting it from Amazon or anywhere else. But I went to my local store dealer; they had it in stock. So now I'm just going to do them up, not too tight, just hand tight. You haven't got a hang on them. So now, by rights, we should now have a machine which will now actually just pull over. But instead of it being the easy start mechanism, it's now going to be going back to the older style that we all know and love, the compression one. There you go. As easy as that. Okay, so just to prove a point, but it does actually work, because there's no proof without pudding. Turn it on. It's already on. Turn it on. It wants a bit of carburetor work. I have got a new carburetor for it, that's why it's in. So there you go. And to be fair, it's no harder to start with it not being the easy start anymore. And that little fix can cost you £6. So there you go, BG56C, now all running and starting as it should do. So it needs carburetor work anyway, it's an ongoing machine. So that part for that, it was £6.34, and that's including VAT, not to include your delivery if you're getting delivered. But the part number I've got for under the description code is 424-119-50400. If you order that part up, then you can get rid of that easy pull system, because that spring always breaks and always goes wrong. And I've had 3 or 4 in the past 2 months with those problems. So now converting them over makes it so much easier. And a brand new pull cord assembly for that complete is about 56, 60 quid, something like that. So they're not cheap. But for a £6 part, you can get around it. There you go. If you like this sort of video of mixed mowers, the Mower Man, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button and whack the old bell. Set notifications to all. That way you'll be told when I've done a video or 2 on my Saturday night weekly live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. I look forward to seeing this episode of Mixed Mowers very, very soon. But until then, people, don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.